again, going through my trophy cases. This will be part 4, and this is the Siren stuff. So, previously seen the assassin, and
The nightmares won't stop.
the assassin is the last of the core characters. You notice she's not actually finished a playthrough. Now this is a save that was transferred up from the 360 version. And she was actually in a co-op mode at the time. So she hasn't actually finished. Well, this save on the Xbox One hasn't finished a playthrough. The 360 save has since finished a playthrough, and what I kind of feel like I should do is take that save and just upload it, delete this one. But she should still have the better of a trophy case right now. That's why a lot of these guns are going to show as not being usable in her hands. The Dolminator. This is one of those missions that you get from... You get this mission in a completely different map. It's in... I want to say it's Sawtooth Cauldron. And they send you into the Caustic Caverns, and the way the mission finishes is that it pays out this weapon. And it's a pretty decent caustic weapon. It's also it's the dart type, so it shoots the spikes and uses multiple ammo per shot. Flint's Tinderbox. Okay. My Necromancer definitely got this one because that is level 57. There's no other character who would have gotten that. And again, as I've said previously, I look for name. I like to go for the named type as opposed to the... I tend to look for the vendor pure. So if I could get a full bandit version of this, that would be ideal. But the named type is also ideal. And this one looks good too. The Jacob's grip makes any pistol look good, really. Dull barrel, expanded ammo. The teapot, by far one of the best caustic weapons in the game, and this is the Vladov grip, and for some reason it made this the better teapot than any other teapot at its level. And this is a mission payout. This is Tiny Tina's Tea Party payout, and just dull. Combine the dull burst fire with caustic, and the amount of caustic damage it does for its level. This pistol was better than any SMG or shotgun or caustic sniper rifle for the level you're at when you get it. I believe I have several of these because it doesn't seem to want to give you any version of this Lady Fist pistol with the Hyperion grip. And so this is one version, dull barrel and grip, which is why it's got a more cohesion to it. And there's going to be a couple more in this trophy case. The Fast Judge, one of the assassin payouts, whether you're doing the Assassinate the Assassin mission or you're doing the Did Destruct Peak, because the final arena in Did Destruct Peak is fighting the assassin again. Incendiary Greed. A pure Jacob's pistol, so it looks fantastic. This pays out from Captain Scarlet, very near the end of that DLC. It does fire damage, and in the hands of the Siren, it's also very effective. The Inspiring Fibber. As you can see, some of the stats are a little goofy. They're basically all lies, obviously. Magazine size, reload speed, it's not that fast. And that fire rate is way too slow for a Hyperion pistol. When you take the missions for that robot up in... He's kind of outside the doorway to the Circle of Slaughter in the Iridium Blight. He gives you a mission which pays out this gun. And I've done it several times, and I think just because this one has the Hyperion grip, this was the purest one. This is another one of those weapons that will always have the bandit barrel on it. So Hammerlock's Rex, the Hammerlock kit pistol from the Hammerlock DLC. I believe this is the only one of these I've encountered. Now, obviously, Jacob's body, Jacob's barrel. This gun would have been beautiful if it had the Jacob's grip on it, but it's got this goofy Vladov grip. And on top of which, its fire rate is just slow enough that it's really not practical, but pound for pound, it's basically doing the damage of a level 40 sniper rifle. Like, this pistol has a lot of stopping power. So it's a lot like the elephant gun. The Veritas. I believe the 360 save is actually using this pistol right now because there's probably 2 versions in this trophy case. Now, this is a Vladov body and grip, so this is kind of the more pure version. No, I'm sorry, that's stupid. That is the Torg grip. Vladov body, Torg grip, Hyperion barrel. This, because of the rate of fire and the fire damage, this is also an incredibly practical gun. She might even have the lower level one equipped, I'm not entirely sure. This is just in here because I like the name of it. Negative Thinking. Hyperion shotgun. The Gwen's Head. Every now and then, when you go into the dust in Ellie's shop, there's a box sitting there. And when you open it, like, if the box is sitting there, this pistol is in it. If it's not there, then it's not there. And it is always this gun. It is Gwen's Head. It's a doll pistol with a bayonet and blood splattered. Miss Moxie's Ruby, one of 2 weapons that pays out from a variable mission. It's after you get back from trying to rescue Bloodwing from the wildlife preserve. Mordecai sends you on a mission to steal moonshine from the rum runners in the dust. If you take the payout to him, he gives you the sloth, which you'll see in the assassin video. If you pay it out to Moxie, she gives you this pistol. And again, everything Maliwan is elemental, so a Maliwan pistol is going to be better for sheer caustic damage than most other caustic weapons. I believe, like, that's 2 out of 3 parts pure Maliwan body and barrel. And again, that's the Torg grip. The Law. This pays out from the sheriff once you do the mission where he has you investigate the people in the town to find out who killed the guy who's lying on the street there. Now, if anyone can tell me the logic behind why it's the guy with the sniper rifle on his back, I would love to hear it, because I have never been able to figure that out. It was honestly trial and error via different playthroughs that I figured that out. But I've never sat down and looked up the logic as to why it is that guy. And again, this is a pistol that would look awesome if it had the Jacob's barrel on it, but I'm pretty sure this one always has the doll barrel. Straight Pocket Rocket, out of the Torg DLC. Torg body and barrel, Hyperion grip. Not a huge fan of the Torg weapons. The slower gyro nature makes them a bit of a... like, it's a gamble using Torg weapons. Torg shotguns are almost always effective because they have that extra damage. And you get up in their face and you pull the trigger and you're doing all that extra damage in one fell swoop. So my Siren, I forgot to say this off the start, my Siren, when I was laying out who would bank what, I decided she would deal with pistols and relics, I believe. Because before the other characters came into the fold, if that is, no, that's a complete lie. My assassin is still my main relic bank. She just has a bunch because the cooldown rate relics are incredibly valuable to her. Got a level 48 one that does 29.2, a level 47 one that did 28.8. So and again, this profile, this save has been played to a finish point on the 360, so it's very likely on the 360 that she's already using this one. Just having that cooldown ramped up so much is really helpful for her. And she's hanging on to her rare loot relic. So, in the course of playing the Siren, I think I actually came across 2 of these. And if I'm not mistaken, I gave one to my friend. So for its level, it's not perking things a whole lot, but it's just enough. Increases movement speed when phase lock is active. You couple this with one of those relics, like a 33% cooldown plus a 29% cooldown. Just do the math, and it's pretty impressive. And again, on the 360, she's very likely got these 2 in her kit. Although I have found, I'm not sure entirely what she's wearing right now, but there is one of the other class mods. I think it is the Matriarch. Once you have points in certain perks, yeah, it's basically these perks. Once you have points in Elated and Sustenance, not necessarily Life Tap, but definitely Sustenance, where you constantly regenerate health, a Matriarch class mod does way more for your Siren than the Nurse mod does. The Nurse mod is definitely meant for the team, like team support. And I still need to respec her because this save is probably not going to be played co-op anymore. But yeah, once you get a point in that Sustenance there, she becomes far more effective. And quickly look at her kit, see if she's got anything impressive in here. Again, Jacob's Carbine's great in the hands of a Siren. So yeah, she's wielding the lower level Ruby right now, which looks a little more consistent and stylish than the other one because it has the Hyperion grip. And they're both, the spec on the 2 of them is so negligible. And everything stacks in a different order when you come and go. Of course, it's not going to show me because it's equipped. I'd have to switch it out with. So yeah, she's got the other Veritas too, lower level one that she's able to use. How I can do this? Compare the 2 rubies. And obviously, there's a level differentiation, but for the stuff that matters, they're so similar. I think if they were exactly the same level, a lot of the spec would be identical. It's that difference in grip that changes certain things. She had one more. Again, she's also got a leech in her kit because, like I said, 8 out of 12 times fighting the warrior gave me a leech. I am on a mission. Pretty much every promo picture of the Siren has her using a 100% pure doll pistol with this autumn pattern. I am on a mission to get that pistol. I want it. This one is 2/3 of the way there. I don't care about the stock, because the stock's not in the pistol, in the pictures. I want to find it so she can have it. Even if she's never able to play with it, I just want it to be available to her. And she's got the Trick Wetcher. I'll go over the shotguns when I'm in the Macromancer video. She's also got the Pandemic. This would have been from a grinding process on going into first playthrough. I don't entirely remember where I got it either, but it's I believe, yeah, if it's got the Maliwan homing feature on it, then what it does is it sends out the child grenades, and they track down the enemies, and they steal health. And the Fustercluck, a grenade type that I would have gone over in my Commando video, because he was my bag for my trophy case for all grenades. And then she's got a fancy shield. TDR shields are awesome for their recharge rate, but they're usually such a low capacity for their level. It's like 48 compared to, again, this is 42, so this is 12.8 on level 42. This is only 12.2 on level 48. I mean, that's pretty pathetic. But yeah, their virtue is always the recharge rate. So, I think for now, that'll be it for the Siren video. And I will be right back to do the 2 expansion characters. I'll see you
My toe fell off
in the
this
next
morning.
video.
Think I've got the black rot.